What up? This is Rapids, and so fans are wondering and concerned about Memo 600 because he was recently on a Cam Capone interview and his face was discolored in certain areas. So you can see under his chin it's white, and then on his cheek it's white, and so it's looking like there's something going on with his face. Fans are wondering. When I first saw the interview, I was waiting for Cam Capone to ask him about it, but so far in this interview series, he hasn't even asked anything about it, and the interview's going on as normal with no questions about his face. And so fans are wondering what's going on because they're seeing it and it's not being talked about. So when I first saw it, I thought it might have been an injury. I was thinking maybe he wiped out on his bike or something, maybe his motorbiking or something and wiped out. And I was just speculating that because I've seen scratches like that before, or if you might lose some skin, if you get kind of like slide on the pavement or something. I've seen stuff kind of similar like that where you could see discoloration and as the wound heals. But I've done some more digging, and it looks like most people have concluded, and according to my sources, people are concluding that this is a case of vitiligo, or however you pronounce that. It's some type of a condition that can appear in people, I guess, usually melanated people. And so vitiligo, I'm not, like I said, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce this word. It's a rare form of a skin condition that can appear on, I guess, people randomly. It's not said to be contagious or anything, but I guess they're saying Michael Jackson might have been experiencing this as well, with discoloration patches around his body, and then he just went ahead and bleached his whole skin so that he could hide it. And so there's also a model, I think, that has this condition, and so it's certain areas of your skin can turn white. And I didn't know it could appear this late in life because Memo 600's in his 30s, from what I believe. So this is pretty surprising that something like this could pop up that late in life. I mean, so I guess they're saying he might have been battling this for a few years now. I guess it's just starting to spread and get worse and more noticeable. So this is something to where now it's extremely noticeable, and there's not much I don't think you can do to treat it, from what I understand. So this is Memo 600, and it's how he's going to be looking, I guess, now, which I don't know if that's going to affect his music career or not, because, with music, it's a very visual art form. So, like I said, there's not a whole lot of celebrities that are battling this. You don't really see it too much in the celebrity world. So I'm not so sure if this is going to affect them. Hopefully my first suspicion is correct, where this is just some type of thing where he's maybe slid on some pavement or something, and his skin kind of needs to recover from an injury. Hopefully it's something, that'd be much more of a better outcome than facing this vitiligo thing. Because if this is just what my initial suspicion was, where he might have wiped out and slid and peeled some skin off that has to just recover on its own, that's something that could recover. But if it's that vitiligo thing, that there's no real, I don't believe there's no real cure for that. Like, there's nothing you can really do when that starts happening, from what I understand. I mean, don't get me wrong, I haven't looked completely into it that much where I could really make a statement like that, but from the cases that I have looked into, it just doesn't seem to be something that's very treatable if it's vitiligo. Because celebrities, you don't really see it too much. It's a very rare condition. Like I said, it's not said to be contagious or anything. So if this is not something where you can catch. It's just something that I guess just appears, and when it happens, I guess randomly to whoever it happens to. I don't know if it's hereditary. Maybe it's something to where if maybe it runs in the family. I don't know if anything like that is part of it, but you can only speculate at this point. If about what is really going on with them, but this is what my sources are saying. Pretty reliable sources at that. So yeah, at this point, we're gonna have to just conclude. I'm leaning towards that's probably what it is vitiligo, because that's what my most reliable sources are saying. But until Memo 600 comes out and really speaks on this, all you can really do is speculate and go by the information that I can come across. So with this interview as it continues, maybe Cam Capone will eventually ask. It doesn't look like he will though, and that's a sign of a not so good interviewer, if you ask me. I mean, no shade really on Cam, but I mean, you got to step up your interviewing skills. If you're gonna have a guest on, I guess you don't want to offend them, or unless maybe they asked you before the interview not to ask them about it. I don't know if that's the case, but I would think that if you're doing interviews and you see something noticeable like that, I don't think you just ignore it and act like you don't see that. You have to like speak up, and that makes the difference between an interviewer that is on the level of like Vlad TV, because to me, like, Vlad TV is one of the top interviewers where he'll ask the questions that might be uncomfortable. And I think that's where, if you're doing interviews, it's like, okay, it comes down to, are you going to ask the tough questions that might make you uncomfortable asking it, and it's probably going to make the guest uncomfortable by asking it, but they know that this is what the audience is gonna expect out of you, is these questions, these types of questions. So if you're doing an interview, I would think that Cam Capone would eventually ask, but if he doesn't, I mean, I would say that that's a missed opportunity for Cam Capone. I think he really needs to take a step back and look at his his ability to have the courage to ask those tough questions. Because this is the first anyone's seen Memo 600's face like this. Nobody's seen it. Like, it came out of nowhere, and it seems to be had happened pretty rapidly. That's why I was saying, like, it seemed like it could have been an injury just based off of how rapid that was. I mean, hopefully Memo 600 says, yeah, this was just dude. He wiped out on a 4-wheeler or something, and he's healing up now. But so far, I haven't heard him address any of the any questions or even be asked the questions. So at this point, yeah, this is what I've come across as far as an answer to the question. And so yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm gonna leave some links. Let's get over 100 likes on this video. Make sure you subscribe, and make sure you follow Rap HITZ on social media. All links are in the comment section and description box. I'm out.